Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ayana and thank you for joining. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been here before and you're a loyal subscriber, welcome back. Today we're going to be making a short video about, basically this is a very frequently asked question, is what to say to vendors or how to deal with vendors. Okay, so we're going to cut straight into this video because it's a frequently asked question and I want to leave this video as short as possible, and make sure you watch this until the end because I do have a surprise for y'all. Okay, so so when you are talking to a vendor, say this is your first time, you don't know this vendor, you're unfamiliar with them, of course you want to say hi and you want to introduce yourself. You want to ask them their name and like where they located. Just kind of ask them a couple of questions because of course this is the person that you're going to be receiving your products from, potentially. Why does it sound so weird? Anyway, ask them, what do they offer? What products do they offer? Of course you could probably look at their page or look at their catalog and see a little bit, but you could also ask them, because the thing about vendors is they don't tell you everything that they offer. Sometimes they forget, or sometimes they just assume that you know. So you could ask them what's all that they offer. You could ask them for a price list or whatever, so you can have a breakdown of everything. And even on that, they still might have other things. So if you really need something specific, ask. Just ask, I promise you. And then you want to ask them their shipping speeds. Who do they ship through? So you want to know the weights. Like, okay, if I order, if I order this much, how much is that going to be, or whatever like that. You want to know what the weights are and the prices. You want to know the shipping speeds, because sometimes they might not tell you, especially if it's a vendor from China. They might not tell you that they are offering you the lowest price shipping, and that lowest price shipping is going to take 30 days. And a lot of times, I know me personally, I thought I got scammed because I didn't check the shipping speed. I just thought, okay, cool, got it. Here's your money. So very important to check the shipping speeds. Number 3, I don't know if we number in this, but let's just say number 3. You want to know their payment options. What payment options do they offer? I personally recommend PayPal. I do not recommend SendWave. I've seen thousands of bad reviews about SendWave. I just personally don't recommend it. And he asks you for your social security number. I've never used it, so I can't say that it's fraudulent or that it doesn't work. I know a lot of my vendors personally use it, but they also take other forms of payment as well if you're not comfortable with that. So ask them. I would not recommend sending it through Cash App. I personally do sometimes, but I wouldn't recommend it when this is a vendor that you're unfamiliar with, because Cash App, you don't get your money back. I strongly recommend PayPal, because PayPal, your money is secured. The only thing is, if they are in like Africa, some places in Africa, they don't accept PayPal, but sometimes they still manage to work it out. So you can just ask what forms of payment that they have. And yeah, if you can go through your bank, that's good too, but definitely choose what's best for you, what makes sense to you. Another thing is, one payment option that a lot of people don't mention, or that y'all probably heard before, is a net 30. A net 30 is when you have 30 days to pay the full balance of whatever your package is. And not all vendors are going to offer this, but some vendors do offer this, so it's okay to just ask. And of course, you have to build trust with your vendor. You cannot just go straight and like, hey, I don't want to pay right now, I'm going to pay 30 days, but I want you to send me the product. Absolutely not. Don't do that. You want to build trust. So as you're ordering with this person, y'all maybe you order for a couple months or a year or so, then you can start asking like, hey, do you mind if we do like a net 30, if I pay you this and this and that. This is a great way to make your money first and then pay them later. A great way. If we are going to be talking about waist speed specific vendors, then ask about customs. Some of them definitely offer custom orders. Like, I know a lot of people, because I'm talking about the jewelry-based business itself, so I'm going to be specific about that. The other things can work out for every vendor, and I'm pretty sure this can too, if you want to talk about custom like packaging, depending on what type of vendor you're using. But if we're talking about waist beads and jewelry specific, you can ask for specific colors, specific patterns and stuff like that to see if they can make you multiples of that. I know, like, when we in the waist bead industry, when we start crafting our own waist beads, we feel uncomfortable going wholesale because we feel like, oh, nobody can do it like I do, or I have this creative spirit, I gotta get this. They can create that for you. So definitely work smarter, not harder. And just send them a pattern or send them a style that you want the inspo, and then they can create that for you for a very cheap price. So it is worth it. If you ask me, is getting a vendor and doing wholesale worth it? Is 100% worth it, because the amount of money that you spend on materials, you are saving when you shop wholesale. Even if you are buying the materials wholesale, it's better to buy the materials wholesale than it is retail, because you get way, way, way more bang for your buck. Like, it's ridiculous. Be aware that shipping is going to be more expensive than retail shipping, though, because you're talking about shipping pounds, like tens of pounds of material to you from another country. So it's definitely going to be more expensive. So don't be upset if you get hit with a couple $100 shipping fee, and don't let that scare you, because the material is going to be very cheap, but not quality. It's going to be great quality, but cheap price. But you're going to be paying more in shipping than you are in the material price. So just be aware of that, but you are going to be getting, it's going to be worth it. So you do want to factor that in when you are making your prices for your business, by how much you're paying for shipping. What else? Other than that, vendors are very, like, y'all can ask me, y'all video call them. You can ask me video call. You can ask me, you see their studio, their place where they are shipping the materials from. You can ask, can you see that type of stuff, and they will FaceTime you, and they will, like, show you, most of them. If you feel like y'all doing too much back and forth through, like, WhatsApp or Instagram or wherever, ask, can y'all do a video call or a phone call or something. They will call you and they will talk to you about whatever, so it can be faster, and you can let them know exactly what it is that you need. And yeah, definitely be aware of scammers. Now, the way that you know that you're being scammed on from a vendor is when they ask for the money too fast. They're like, you know that they money hungry. Another way is when they ask for the money, but they're not giving you nothing about shipping or anything. Like, they don't even be telling you, like, they just not giving you enough information. And if you feel it in your gut that this person is not right, believe it. Believe that something is up. Don't even take the chance to be like, oh, let me see if I want, because you're going to disappoint yourself. Just believe it and go with it, and just go to somebody else, because it's not worth it. But that is really about all that I have to talk about when shopping with vendors. Then this main one, I almost missed this one. Have multiple vendors. You do not want to just have and depend on one vendor, because one vendor might not have something, the other vendor will. So definitely have multiple vendors when you run a business, and good quality vendors. Like, you want to have at least 2 to 3 vendors that you could depend on to go to. And they might be for different reasons. It might be this one has lower shipping rates. This one has faster shipping speeds. This one has different materials that I need, the different, variety of whatever. So definitely have those people in a cut. You do not want to just depend on one vendor and one vendor only. Don't do that. But yeah, that's all that I have to say about vendors. Now, for my surprise, I would like to give y'all my vendor list for $60. My vendors is going to include vendors that are located in Africa that sell glass seed beads, crystals, bugle beads, vinyl disc beads, literally threads, all different types of threads, nylon threads, elastic threads, all different types of threads and cords and needles and bead spinners. She even have electric bead spinners, everything that y'all need. And then I also have ready-made vendors. And the ready-made vendors, they have ready-made waist beads, anklets, bracelets, thylets, whatever that you need, custom orders. Both vendors come inside of this list. And if there are multiple vendors, I believe there are about 9 different vendors on this list. So I will be giving that to y'all for, let's say, when are we going to end this? If you're watching this, today is Wednesday, September 28th. I'm going to end this on Friday, September 30th. Friday, September 30th. I'm going to give it to y'all for $60. $60. You cannot beat that. This price is usually about $250. I'm going to be giving it to you for $60 because I know the struggle in the beginning of starting a business. Like, I really understand that you really want to start, and I understand that a lot of people don't have the $250 to dish out and then have to turn around and buy material and pay for shipping on top of that. So I really want y'all to take this for $60, and it will be instantly downloaded to your email address right away, so you can get started right away. No excuses. You know exactly what to say to your vendors now, and just go in there and get exactly what it is that you need. There is no limit of how much you can spend with vendors. So if you feel like you want to test the vendor first and just order a little bit at a time, do that. But know that you cannot just order like one waist bead or something. Like, they're not going to ship that. They won't do that. But you could order maybe like one bag of beads, one strand of crystals, whatever, just to test it out if that's what you would prefer to do. And the price, that you could test out the shipping speeds, the pricing, and whatever. But these are very trusted vendors. I personally order from them, y'all. I had a couple comments about this. I personally order from my vendors. Personally, like, my entire business is ran off of my vendors. No, I do not use every single vendor on the list. Yes, I have shopped with all of the vendors on the list, but I do not just listen. These are my personal vendors, and sometimes I regret giving them to y'all because they sell out of the things that I really need, but that's neither here nor there. I want y'all to be successful in y'all business. I want y'all to start y'all business and create this extra stream of income. So here you go, $60 at charmandtea.com. Again, you will receive 9 vendors, waist beads, and beading material vendors in one list. So I will put the link down below. Make sure y'all go get it because it's not going to last long. And it will be going back up to full price after this. And yes, make sure that y'all subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. If y'all have any more questions, just feel free to comment, and I'll make a video based off of the comments. And I hope that y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Peace.